Great. Great.
Cool. It's the 30th of July.
Yeah.
June.
No,
June,
no,
June.
it's June.
June.
Yeah, it's the 30th. We are.
What is it, like 11 p.m.?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's like that.
it is.
We've got the cat with us today. He doesn't know it though.
I hope he helps up.
Yeah, we haven't really discussed what we're going to talk about.
No. So we just watched like 3 hours of Ken Ijima.
You think it was 3 hours?
No,
No.
it was probably like 1 hour, 1.5 hours.
Yeah.
So I haven't watched him much before, but
Mm.
he's a fashion YouTuber.
Yeah.
He's not much of a YouTuber though.
No, that's what I like about him.
Yeah, he's like he has a brand.
Yeah. I mean, it's very much like he uses YouTube as his platform of documentation. It doesn't feel like he's like maybe the older videos he did, to be fair, to be frank. But the later ones, not really.
Yeah.
And that's what I like about it. It feels very raw, especially as like nowadays when everything has to be super HD and, you know, it's retouched. I feel like it's nice to have something that's quite authentic, or at least like he doesn't delete all the cringy, funny stuff.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing. He has like very uncut and very like he films everything on a iPhone, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like
And he gets his friends to record.
Yeah.
And it becomes like you make your own opinion about it.
Yeah, you kind of join into their just everyday discussion.
Yeah.
It's quite nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Since 2020, I've been watching him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The cap you had last time.
Yeah, that was from, I got that this Wednesday. What day is it today? Sunday, isn't it?
Sunday. No, you didn't get it Wednesday, did you?
Thursday. I was supposed to get it Wednesday.
Mm.
Yeah.
We've been splurging. We've been going mayhem on the not mayhem, but I've been buying a few things.
For me to be unemployed.
Yeah. Well, I'm also kind of unemployed. I'm more like work leave.
Yeah.
So there's not much work right now, but
You made some good purchase. I'm going to throw out the cat.
do you think you can hear him?
Well, it'd be funny if he joins us. But he wants something, doesn't he?
Yeah.
But you got some Connies.
I got some Connies. The
Love
Connies
that.
on.
We love that.
Yeah, it's a nice to have some like just plain old easy shoes to have. Fits with the most things. That's quite nice.
We listened to Lil Yachty's latest album with James Blake.
Yeah,
That was amazing.
it was so good.
That was a really good album.
Yeah,
I think that was one of those albums that reminded me why I like making music so much. Because it wasn't... I texted you that last night. We both couldn't sleep last night. And I was just reflecting over that Lil Yachty's made like these heaters that he plays live. Heaters.
Yeah. Do you mean like the
Like Coffin and
yeah
boom, dum, boom, dum, boom, boom. You know.
the trap things?
Well, I'm just saying, like they're good, but he's made like all of like these really consumable pieces of works, and then he makes like this really artsy, like it sounds
like the last record as well.
Yeah, that's
What's the name of that record? With
Bad Cameo.
No. The one before that.
Let's start here.
Let's start here. Yeah, that's the one I saw with my mom.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went to see him in Stockholm like a month ago, and he played like that. It was so good because he played like first half of the show. It was like first half of that album, and then the middle of the show it was just the trap, mosh pit.
Yeah, yeah,
you know,
yeah.
it was like, yeah.
Out of 10, how good was that concert? And what's 10?
What's 10? I'd say it was like a good, it was a good 6.5.
Yeah.
But I rate with that from 1 to 10. Give me a
Yeah.
1 to 5. 1 to 5 is better than.
Do 1 to 5.
Okay, right. I'll do a 1 to 5 instead.
Give me a 1 to 5. Do a 1 to 5. Okay. I'll do a 1 to 5.
I'd say a good 3.
Okay.
Yeah, because it wasn't like the whole way through. It was just fantastic. Because I'm not that big of a fan of his like trap mosh pity things. I'm not like I didn't listen to him back in 2016. He shouted out like, "Who's been with me since 2016?" Me and mom just like looked at each other. Also, that I went with my mom was the greatest. It was so good.
That's a really funny experience.
Yeah.
But can't you like talk about the thing you just said about rating from 1 to 5 instead of 1 to 10?
Sure.
Because it's so logical.
Yeah. No, the thing is, whenever you ask someone.
I'm sorry, I'm just really laughing. Yeah, go on.
Whenever you ask someone,
laughing at you. It's just...
I'm loving you.
No,
the honesty comes
it's
out.
It's just like I just sat down. I just realized like I'm so tired. And
Yeah,
it's just, like
I'm so tired as well.
Like
you haven't slept anything.
I spent 3.5 hours, and then we set up this whole thing, and then it was like, oh yeah, we're doing a podcast.
Yeah.
I just didn't think that we.
Yeah. Anyway, so I have a thing with. I think it's annoying when you rate things from 1 to 10 because nobody uses 1 to 5.
No,
like 1 to 5 is you can't say nothing is like 5 or under because that's basically not good. But 5 is mediocre. 5 is like in the middle. 5 should be the regular number to say, or like 6
because it's a medium.
Yeah, I fucking hate it that people say 9 all the time. People say 9 to things that is like just slightly above mediocre.
Or like when people are like, what are you wearing today? And then they go throughout the whole outfit. You see it on TikTok.
Yeah.
And it's like, how would you rate your outfit? And it's like, it's something light. It's like an 8. And you're like, that's like an 8.
Yeah, that's an 8. That's like, isn't it 8 out of, like, if you think about it in like let's say an outfit. If you have an outfit that is an 8 or 9, that's so above average of your outfits.
Yeah, that's
so
like a...
You should really be careful of saying 8 and 9s because then if
it just ruins your metric.
Yeah, it does. So if you say 1 to 5 instead, it's not as daring to say a 2 as it is to say a 4.
Yeah.
Like a 2 is that is below average, but it doesn't feel as harsh to say 2 as it is to say a 4.
Yeah. I take that, but I still do it with the 10 scale.
Yeah.
But I'm just more like, that was an absolute 4. Like I
But the thing is, people react way harder when you say it with a 10 scale.
Yeah, but it's like...
Yes.
What am I supposed
to do? When something is slightly below average, but you use the 10 scale, you say a 6. But it's not a 6. It's a 4.
Yeah, I see your point.
Yeah.
But I find it hard because you can't go into decimals when you're on the 5 scale.
Yes, you can. What? Of course you can.
Because on IMDb, you can't out of 10, you can't do decimals, and therefore it just feels like...
No, but have you used Letterboxd?
What's that?
It's like a alternate universe of IMDb.
Really?
Yeah, it's just a... I don't know. It's like more user friendly.
Oh, okay.
Kind of.
Really?
Yeah, it's a good rating thing for movies at least.
Oh.
Anyhow, there you can do like 4.5, 3.5, but that's the same thing as a 9.
Yeah.
But 4.5 doesn't feel like a 9.
Right.
You get me?
Yeah.
You get me?
You get me?
You get me?
How would you rate the album then? You've only listened to it once though, but
I did. But we listened. It was a good setting to listen to an album.
yeah.
We sat down with the speakers in front of us, good stereo image. We had the time. We listened. Okay, so out of 1 to 5 then. 1 to 5. It's the best album I've listened to since Yabba's album.
Really?
Yeah. Cause I like
Dawn?
the first, Dawn. Cause
was
as
good.
a first listen, like in my experience with Dawn was just like it was.
Really?
Yeah, it was such an immaculate album. I
don't
thought it
agree.
was so good. Like the first listen, I just thought it was so good. And Bad Cameo is very much. It's very much. If you don't like that sound, then you don't like the whole album because it's very much. It's like very much a red tråd.
It feels also like
through the whole thing, sound wise.
there was lots of like Easter eggs and callbacks to other genres in the whole album.
Sure.
Like it was very rappy, but it was also very, very James Blake and like
it really was.
Like the weird modular synths and like the polymeters was like very. I felt like very 80s ugly synth sort of.
Felt very like time wise at least like not very rigid. It wasn't. It wasn't like everything didn't arrive on grid.
It's a beautiful mix.
Yeah, it was great.
A good mix.
What do you rate it? I didn't rate it yet. I didn't say my number.
Out of 5.
Yeah, you can say 10, but use the whole scale. You know.
Like you invented the scale. All right. I want to say either a 7 or an 8 because it was like there was still some things I would change before it would be like a 9 where it's like almost perfect. I feel like a 10 is an album you can every time you listen to it, you're just like, oh my God. And I don't think I've had an album. I feel like imperfection is perfection. So like 9 is the highest you can really go. And a 10 is like an insane album. Like, I don't know. I don't think there is any 10.
Yeah.
So I think
okay, just call back to what we were talking about the scales. When you said 7 and 8, directly I was like, that's average. That felt average when you said 7 and 8.
No, that's really high.
It is high. It is high, but I mean like just the feeling because you've gotten used to saying that is average.
So 4.
4, yeah.
Because a 3 is too low.
Yeah, 3 is way too low.
It was so strong. It was really good.
Yeah.
And James Blake's voice, it almost sounded like his vocal chain. It sounded like he was recording his vocals with Yachty's vocal chain.
I was thinking, yeah.
Which is really nice.
Yeah.
Or they just mix it. But I don't know, there was something about that. It was like very magical. It was very organic. And I listened to it for 45, and I listened to the whole thing today again. Like, I loved all of it. There's one part in like Teleport Me where it starts to get going and it's like it's getting really nice, and then it hits and you want it to hit a bit harder. It's like the only thing I think about.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd say of a first listen, it was like 3.8, I'd say.
No decimals.
Yes, we can have decimals.
No, I'm
Yes.
asking you without decimals.
All right, 4.
Nice.
Rundar upp.
You have to rund up.
Yeah. When you runda upp.
Because it forces you to like have an opinion.
But can we have it 0.5?
No.
Why?
Because then that's a 10 scale.
Yeah, it is a 10 scale, but it's used so that you use the whole scale. It is a 10 scale, but in a not as a jarring way.
I like that it's jarring. I do.
Yeah, you do.
It kind of
All
forces
right,
you.
so from now on, we don't have any decimals.
It feels like this is gonna change our friendship. You look at me.
Yeah. No, it's more like we set the standard for how we
Okay.
rate things not
Yeah.
on here.
Yeah, sure.
Sure.
No decimals.
All right. All right. Then I'll say 4. Yeah.
Cool. Did it inspire you to make music?
I'm so tired of making music right now.
So I was
So,
gonna ask you about that. Bitch.
It did. It really did. Because it was very free, like creative wise. They were very free making that. We've talked a lot about like song lengths.
Yeah.
And like the songs now are usually like 2 minutes to
2:30,
3
yeah.
minutes, and it's like just compressed time wise. Things just needs to happen like so rapidly.
Yeah.
But with Bad Cameo, it was like 4:30, right?
Yeah.
Like
It's a 45-minute long album, 10 songs. I think it was like 4.3 minutes per song ish. And I realized that because when you have a 2-minute long song, you lose interest, or you can like you're always catching the next wave of like dopamine and like that hit. But when you have a song that's like 4.3, like you lose it, you dip a bit, but then you come up again, and you start to zone out a bit, and then that all my favorite songs are songs that I can disassociate to.
Yeah. I was also thinking about how it's basically 2 songs in every song there.
Yeah. You are, aren't you? Yeah, go on.
No, it's like 2 songs in every song.
Uh-huh.
Because they like established the first song,
Yeah.
and then they kept some of the theme going, but changed something underlying.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then
absolutely.
like a new
Absolutely.
verse, kind of. So
There's lots of elements in it.
yeah,
But it felt tasteful.
yeah.
And the album sleeve fit the album. Like
Yeah.
I didn't. That's a pet peeve for me, but it really did.
Yeah. Do you have any album that like you don't listen to because the sleeve is too bad?
Yeah. I have a really hard time listening to Childish Gambino's album. He has the one that released in 2019, I think.
The
2020.
untitled one.
I think it's untitled, but it's just a white.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is really cool in a way, but for some reason
Yeah.
I think also like Skepta has some terrible album covers.
How do you like the Bliss?
Ignorance is Bliss is really, because it fits the sound perfectly.
Yeah.
Like you get immediately like, it doesn't tell you too much, but it just tells you enough to like digest it and make your own opinion about it.
Yeah.
Whereas some of them like are just so handed to you on a silver platter that it just feels like what is this? It's like fast food.
Yeah. One cover I don't like is The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill.
Really?
I really don't like that sleeve. I think it's...
You think it's a bit gimmicky, don't you?
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
It fits perfectly. Like, at least I don't know if it's a iconography. I don't know. Like the logo of Lauryn Hill's head is so iconic, and like that.
It is very iconic.
Makes me like, oh, that's this album.
Yes, it is very iconic, but I still don't really like it. Like it's.
I like it. I
think it's kind of bland.
Wow. I think that it's not something I would generally like, but I like it.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
That's all right. You're allowed to.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, you can do that. Yeah, and also one album sleeve I don't like, which I also think you don't like, is Hamnes.
Grew on me.
Come again?
It grew on me.
It did. It did
It was
grow
like
on
the
me as well.
ugliest sleeve I saw but it fits kind of.
I remember going by bus in Stockholm and seeing like the posters of it. I was like, this.
It's like that graffiti kind of cheap, but it really, like, looking back at it, it's like kind of like what's it called, ironic.
Yeah, it's like a meta.
Yeah, it's really cool.
I actually have that on LP.
Oh, you got it from your brother, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
Because I remember coming home to me like,
yeah,
this is not your thing.
No,
like,
but I like it now.
I have a hard time for Jordan Rakai's album sleeves.
All of them.
No, but just his vision for them.
Right.
They can be.
Fair
I
enough.
love Lil Yachty's.
Yeah.
A$AP Rocky's.
I was just gonna say you're
yeah.
gonna talk about A$AP Rocky here.
A$AP Rocky is a very good.
Yeah, but you kind of like his style generally, right?
Everything.
Yeah.
But I like people who don't just think about the sound. I like people who think about the clothing that fits the sound or doesn't fit. Like it has to be thought through. Because it's like, I think Virgil Abloh spoke about that. Like, either you can work 20 hours on, for example, and there was like a candle in front of it. You can work on this candle and work for 20 hours on it to make the best design. But if you take that candle and put it in a garage, it's going to look like trash. But if you work on making like a gallery around it, so you spend like 15 hours on the gallery and 5 hours on the candle, now you've made like contemporary art. So you're playing with perspectives.
Yeah.
So if you make an R&B album, but you're wearing like some clothing that's just really like, imagine like Baroque, French Baroque, like.
Yeah.
That's because we watched that.
Yeah.
But that'd be like, and maybe that would be a look. Maybe that would add a weird twist. That would be the thing of the artist. And sure, but I think it has to be.
That has to be thought through as well. Like
Yeah.
you have to do it because you want to do it, not just because it happens.
Yeah.
But it can be nice if things happen as well. Like if something just randomly happens as well. But I get what you mean with like the whole general idea of like an image
Yeah.
of someone. But A$AP Rocky has that through and through. I mean, style, like his clothing is fucking great.
Yeah, he's got good clothing.
Nice music, nice sleeves, nice music videos.
Yeah.
And like every time he appears publicly, he has. He always looks.
Yeah. And that's
part.
his image.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like we were discussing upstairs. Like, you want someone to fish for the information. You want them to be like, okay, why is he using this font?
Yeah.
Is this like, it's so much cooler if you have an album sleeve and the font you use is like a font that you found in like an electrical unit outdoors that's from your hometown.
Yeah.
That reminds you of that. And then you've sampled like the electrical current in an intro. Already there. It's like, oh, what? And then now when you find that out and you listen to it, you're like, oh, that's so sick.
It's kind of your sleeve.
Exactly.
Yeah. Because you have you can describe your sleeve, but it's like blurry, like a black background, but like and then it's like a very colorful blur.
Yeah.
Kinda.
Well, all my favorite artists are really good at blending very organic sound with very electric sound, I've noticed. And I wanted to capture that digitally. So I've got 6 photos that one is of me and the other 5 I've taken. One is of like, I think, it's 2 of them in Rotterdam. One is the bag I always use next to like some greenery. One is of the Eye Museum in Amsterdam, which is like really rigid architecture. One is of my dog. One is of Lily's, which is like a family thing, and and then the last one is my desk with my journal on it and a mala that I received when I was like really young. And in the journal, I'd written the lyrics to the song.
Oh, nice.
But it wasn't on purpose. It was just like, I was just writing it for fun. I was listening to the song, I was really vibing. I was like, oh.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, wow, that's really cool. Now, you can't see that on the sleeve, but the fact that it's there just makes it so much more meaningful.
Yeah, fair enough.
And it's just about, I feel like for me, it's just about building those, like, what is it called? Tiggersten, like the, yeah, like the building blocks of who someone is. Like Like if you think about like the Testing album by A$AP Rocky, the whole album is about testing. It's very raw. The first time I listened, I was like, it's very raw. And I was like, oh, it's testing. He's testing shit. And then it's like, oh, the albums, everyone's got those, the like iconic A$AP Rocky braids.
Yeah.
And he's testing, and it's different versions of himself that he's testing.
Mm.
And it's like, that's genius.
Mm.
And I guess that's where art can get a bit weird, where it's like, you put duct tape on a wall, like the banana and the duct tape on the wall, and it's like, this is so thought through, because it's like do you know what I'm trying to get at? There's like sometimes there's this blurred line of what's actually good and what is actually thought through and what isn't, and lying to get there. And I don't know how to phrase that, but yeah. So I think that's like half of the like artistry. Like I spent so much time on the music. I was shocked how much time it took to get it out. Like just finding the right distributor as an independent artist. How do you get lyrics? How much is it all going to cost? Album sleeve, right resolution, the rights for it. Is it explicit? Is it not? All the marketing for it. It almost becomes like 50-50 in a weird way.
Right.
And
how do you feel about that? Like, do you enjoy the other 50?
Yeah, I really enjoy it. I thought I disliked it until it's all I think about. I think like that I get excited about how you can market stuff.
That's where you and I differ quite a lot.
Okay, go on.
Because I'm not very. I don't find that it comes very natural to me, the marketing, me having an image, like what is my image, it's not very natural to me, so, sorry, total, 10. No, but me having an image is not very natural to me.
Okay, really?
Yeah, at least like an image to project outwards. Like how do I want other people to see me? Because I know how I see me, but like what do I show of all of that?
Do you like playing with that, or is it that you don't know how? Or sorry, I don't understand.
Well, the music comes very natural. Like
yeah,
the music is very naturally like occurring for me. But then, like, photos and, like, music videos, I kind of have a, like...
Yeah, you've got a lot of ideas.
Yeah, ideas of how I want music videos. But, like, social media marketing is a jungle I don't even want to go into, kind of. Like, the things I've done on social media is nothing.
Yeah.
I've basically done nothing because I don't find it very fun to take the time to take the pictures and edit the videos and upload and like
I love it.
Yeah, that's where we differ because you love it and you love taking the pictures and you have an eye for it. Whereas I'm not. It's not as natural, so I think I have to work more on it. I'm working on it, but it's like it just feels alien often.
It's very also like, it's not, there's always an internal battle of, should I play to the masses or to the people who like the stuff that I like? And listening to that, it's like, of course you should do the stuff that you like. But then like when like the way you and I are trained at school for music, it's very...
Yeah, it's for the masses.
You don't have a TikTok? Yeah. What do you mean? You should be out there. Come on. You got to throw away that pride. And I think there's some truth in that, but it can really blur the lines.
Yeah.
Like one day my Instagram, like you won't see my face. It's very black and white silhouettes, like the stuff I like. And then the next day it's like a vlog of me in like a colorful outfit. And it's really hard finding that middle ground.
Yeah.
And I guess I'm lucky because I love that whole, but it's also like not sound like it's a very nice problem to have. But a lot of the time, like you and I can do stuff, or I'll be sitting with my dog and I'm like, this is a great photo of my dog. I have to take a photo of my dog. But it's not like so I can have it. It becomes like this unhealthy, like, gotta post more.
Oh,
like,
so you're thinking about posting when you take pictures as well?
A lot.
Oh, you do?
Lately,
All
it's
right.
gotten quite bad because it's like since studying. I'm sorry for interrupting you. Since studying, it's very like, I'm thinking about it all the time.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to post that I got that Vujade cap to post it.
No.
I want to like, oh, it's like, yes, I did. It's for me and feel it. But there's that thing in my head, like, all right, I'll post that I have a Vujade cap. People who know, they'll associate that with this. That means that, and that I can deny that it's not there, but that thought is there. And that takes away a lot of presence in my life currently.
Presence in like you being in the moment right there with the cap.
With the cat, with the dog, with my friend, with the food.
Right. Yeah. That's
because you're a content creator.
That's a conflict. Well, as like a conflict.
Because I'm afraid, and it's bad when anything comes from. Am I interrupting you a lot?
No.
We did a podcast like 4 years ago.
Yeah.
And I
just bulldozer.
Barely spoke for half an hour.
I
just talked, and you looked at me afterwards, and you were like, "What the fuck?" And I had like the most.
It wasn't a conversation. It was like Malachi getting things off his chest.
Yeah, it really was.
I was just like there. Yeah.
It's like our friendship. No. That was just a good headline. Yeah. Anyway,
it was a good marketing trick.
That was a good marketing.
It was clickbait. It was clickbait.
No, but like even that, like when we're talking, it pops in my head like, oh, that'd be a funny 7-second clip.
Are you thinking about that we're recording this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tonight I am because I
didn't. Did you like last time? I didn't really think about it.
No.
But I think because we had like a whole evening of like winding down and kind of falling asleep before this.
We also spoke about everything we were going to talk about in the podcast.
That's first last time.
Now. Like, if you think about it, last time we were getting into the conversation, we were we should talk about this.
Yeah, that's true.
Now, we just talked about it and like, let's do a podcast. And then we sat down and we were like...
we already had the conversation about it. That's fair enough.
And because we generally have this conversation very often, it kind of was like... But that's nice.
Yeah. Also, we talked about, like, maybe, like, in a few episodes, like, maybe we just talk about the same things every time. Because we generally talk about the same things a lot.
Because maybe that's okay.
Yeah.
Because we're not like, and this is what I'm thinking, right?
Right.
I'm not trying to be a host.
No.
I'm trying to be us.
Yeah.
And this is like our artistic vision.
Sounded like you said autistic. Autistic.
That's clip that.
Yeah.
See, now I'm just thinking about getting cancelled. Anyway, so what was I saying?
More
artistic
of like
expression.
talking about the same things every time.
Yeah, because this is where we are in the process. Like, full like to call back. I love Ken Ijima because you follow his process. You follow Vujade, his brand's process. You get to see when he's choosing between, like the cap I bought. Today we watched a video from 2 years ago with a sample of that cap.
Yeah.
And it's like, and that's why I like this. Because imagine when like we continue with this and we start doing videos of like, I don't know, us in the studio. And then let's say we do a joint album, blah, 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 and someone watches that video like, oh, they changed the snare.
Yeah.
Same thing with our opinions. Yeah. And if we haven't gone...
Yeah, that's fair enough. That's right. It's more like documenting our...
This is documentation. This isn't...
Yeah. Yeah.
What?
No, we also talked about like like posting on social media
Right.
can feel kind of expedient,
Right.
like yapping, like just talking way too much, showing way too much, being way too much online, and we kind of rebranded it, like instead of yapping, it's conversing.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's like we're talking instead of yapping.
I feel like I just think in social media terms recently.
You do?
I have, like, I just, when you have a thought in the back of your head, and I've just been realizing that, like, if Instagram were to get removed tomorrow, how do I see myself? And will that alter how I see myself? And that would.
Oh, that's crazy.
Because I take photos for right now I take photos for other people. Right now I post how I look for other people.
Mm.
And that's really scared me. But it's gotten to that point, and I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if I should lean into it because it's bad, but it would pay off. It could pay off.
But I get what you mean.
Rather than being too scared to
post,
to lean in.
fair enough, but you don't have to lean into it with that from that perspective.
I think I do. Oh,
I mean, from the perspective of taking pictures for others.
no, but it's not like I'm like, oh, this Shirley is gonna love that. It's like it's more like
You're hoping though.
huh?
You're hoping that though.
But that's what I'm saying. It's a subconscious thing.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
So it's very like. It's like me having clothes in my closet and not like I haven't used a bag. I love the bag. Haven't used a bag in 2 years. I love the bag. Everything about I love the design. I love the brand. I love how it's like, all of it. But I haven't used it for 2 years. Why is it in my closet? I have to get it out. Rather than just appreciating it for myself. Do you kind of get what I mean? Because then it's not about just me appreciating something. It's about constantly getting use of something.
Yeah.
The photo isn't just for me to lay in bed and
all right.
nice.
All
It's
right.
like,
yeah.
what's the use of this?
All right. I get you.
Because there is a buzz when you post on Instagram and then you like. Yeah.
But isn't that just good? I mean, that's great. Maybe it's like, you have to work on like keeping yourself in the situation when you take the pictures. Like
So it's a practice of.
Yeah, maybe practice just being more present, not thinking like this is for Instagram, but when the picture is taken, then like, oh, this could be on Instagram.
Right.
Maybe more like taking pictures for appreciation. I don't know.
No, I hear you.
I have no idea, but
I think it's more of a. It's like. Oh, that's a terrible comparison. No way. Jesus. It's like anyway. It's like when you can get to the same conclusion, but one through a correct way and one through a negative way.
yeah. I thought you were just gonna say it in two different ways, but yeah, positive and negative way.
Buying that cat because you like it and buying that cat because she likes it.
Yeah.
Same outcome, different reasoning.
Yeah, fair, yeah.
I think it's great that I have this innate, like, I want to share, I think that's like in the long run, that's going to really serve me.
Yeah.
But I care way too much about what other people think of me, and that affects me daily more than I would admit.
Fair. You like to share, but for me, it's like sharing is the hardest part of it, because every time I share something, it feels like I'm like, oh, look at me, look what I'm doing, look who I am. And
I'm so glad you said it because I've really been thinking about it. Go on.
No, but it feels like it just feels like I'm reaching out my hand to get compliments, and like attention, which it is, but not really, because
Right.
it's not. It doesn't have to be that like negative way of
Yeah.
attention. It's like it could more be of like just sharing because it's a nice piece of art and somebody could like it. I think you think that way more than I do, because I just think that I'm annoying someone when
Whoa. Mad.
because I get annoyed quite a lot when people
Yeah,
post.
but sorry, you have taste. No, but and I mean, I think that's where it's like you have to have some confidence and be like, you know what, I actually. It's bathin'. Like it's really
sound good. I'll sound good.
no, but like the person we were discussing this morning, who texted me yesterday, like that person is really like you can tell that the way they post is just for them, but it's so entertaining.
Oh yeah, no, I understand what you mean. Yeah,
And you're
I
like,
didn't-
and
yeah.
this person just posts. They're really cool. They're really themselves. They're not trying to be anything else than themselves.
Yeah.
Whereas you can tell, like the other people we were discussing today. Wow, we just talk about people. No, we don't. Anyway, there's that thing that we were discussing, like
Yeah.
being cool to be cool.
Yeah,
And then that goes out of fashion easily because
Yeah,
then
it
there's
does.
the next thing that
it does, because it's not very personal.
yeah
And the person we talked about first, she's very personal,
yeah it's-
because she's just like doing her thing.
yeah.
Uh,
And I think you should just. Well, we already said this a lot. Yeah, we're already repeating ourselves. I think yeah, it doesn't come as naturally for you to
No, it doesn't.
to lean
It
into
does
that
not.
side.
Does
Do you
not.
want to? Do you have to? Because I've also like thought about like it's so easy to be like, oh my god, I have to be the social media influencer. This is my
But
life now. But sorry, like you could just like your goal could literally be post until I get a buzz. Hire someone to do it for me.
yeah, but yeah,
Like that could be the goal. That's the end goal of your social media life. Like imagine you met another like Malaichi. Impossible. But another media like who
Yeah.
had the Caesar
yeah,
eye.
we want it. Yeah, that's fair enough. But it's kind of as you talked about before with the schools we've gone to, and how it's very aimed towards like the social media game, and like you have to post and you have to be this marketing. I don't know.
Gorilla.
Yeah, like
like
you have to
guerrilla
you have to market so much because you have to get through the everything, you
But
know.
no, that
But you don't have to. I don't think you have to. I just think you have to
Why
be
would they
okay
be
with
there?
not. I think you have to be okay with not getting there the same way as other people. Because just look at like Ken Ijima. His way of getting there was very. It feels very natural. Like his subscribers look at his videos every time he posts.
have you read the comments?
Come in?
Have you read the comments?
No.
So funny.
It's like the guy I watch, Martin Doolard.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like he's a Dutch guy in the Alps renovating a.
Oh my god, of course he's Dutch.
Yeah, he's renovating a cabin, and he has very like reoccurring watchers.
It's religious watchers.
Yeah, and I think that's such a more healthy audience than
Right.
the TikTok. Look at me.
Did I tell you that we had TikTok come and speak at our school?
Did they know?
And it was really weird.
Yeah.
Because they so basically there's different, according to them, there's different divisions of TikTok. There's the US, Chinese, Europe TikTok under different legislations. He was under the sound side of TikTok in Europe.
Yeah.
But you could tell it was very like, he was media trained
Yeah.
in how he answered.
All right. Yeah.
So you were a bit like, come on. And people were asking good questions. But all of his examples of how to make, he was just showing us how to do TikTok music, like, or how to make, content for TikTok if you're a musician. he just used examples of big Swedish artists who had already like look how Zara Larsson does this behind the scenes of like, and you're like, well, first of all, I don't have the budget for a music video for 2 million Swedish krona, a whole crew, someone to film me, you know? And it was like, there was no, and someone was like, well, what do you do if you're an independent artist? Got a super bland.
Yeah.
And I was discussing with our friend Josef, Jamie.
Our Jamie, yeah.
And we were discussing how like we can get those videos up on TikTok or our like feed when people are like, hi, I just wrote this song. And then they kind of go into the whole thing. I think there's one person I actually like look at when their videos come up. Otherwise, I always skip.
Yeah.
And we make music.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that says something. Like as a subconscious, like, no, I don't want to watch that. It's like being mouth fed. And if that was a successful what is the word? A successful way of doing it, they wouldn't be teaching us in school how to do it because they would have been famous and doing.
Yeah.
That's obviously a very harsh.
But I mean, what artists do we listen to that has actually grown a organic audience?
With like Lil Yachty.
Yep.
He's got a podcast.
Yep.
Like he's got, did you see the one with James Blake on it?
Yeah.
So funny.
Yeah.
He's such a smart marketer. Like he used to do videos when he was in the studio and like a really professional videographer would film him in the studio. Like he would make content.
Yeah.
And it was like, it was entertaining and it wasn't like shoving it in your face. And I think that it's hard to find, like, because with music, it's like very much word of mouth playing shows, I guess, with organic, like, I don't know, like playlists. Isn't it like who you know? I mean, like,
yeah, sure, but I think you can grow organically with videos as well, as long as you are genuine with it, because I think you can really sense when someone isn't genuine, and when someone is genuine, you really sense it as well. I mean, like Laundry Day.
Yeah, brilliant.
They're fucking great.
But also, they're not trying to be like. You can tell that that's who they are.
Yeah, that's who they are, and they're hilarious.
They're really.
I don't listen to their music, but their TikToks
I listen to Why Is Everyone a DJ?
You do?
Why is everyone a DJ? The whole world should have been
red now.
Oh, I love it. Anyway,
I think they're great.
They're really good. But I think he's called Brendan, British UK rapper. I send you his stuff sometimes when he basically like makes like a rap and then he films it on his phone, on his camera, and it's like really high quality.
Yeah.
Like, and it's just like it'll be a video of like him in the park, and he'll be like doing his thing, and then it'll just be a simple like frame from the side, light outside, and it'll just zoom in slowly, and then he'll just do his own thing, and it's like so entertaining. Nice. He's a good example.
Yeah.
But
I think Haley Knox. I like Haley Knox. You don't really like her as much.
She's really good.
I think she's great. The thing is, she posts videos of her singing, but she's not like, hey guys, I did this song. Can you listen to it? She's very much like playing the song, just. And if you want to listen, you listen.
I think the problem with Muse.
Oh, waffle! That shit, waffle awesome. Go on, sorry.
Really?
I feel such a bakery right now.
They make waffles at the bakery?
Right now they do.
I don't think that was waffling.
Oh, that's right.
Because I just have this like fashion designers. Like I always use the example. They can show you if it's cotton, polyester. Is it a blend? They can compare. They can show you on screen. You're already looking at it because you're swiping, and it's like, oh, it's already there. But it feels like music is such a companion to the video in this format. Yeah. Because Haley Knox comes up and she's doing her thing. She's rapping. She's singing really well, by the way. But the first thing you see is someone by a microphone, and sometimes you just don't want to hear anyone singing.
Yeah.
I have it on 4K because I'm a content creator now.
Yeah.
Feels really cringy. Like, as in, also just think, I just realized, like, posting these videos of, like, me with these outfits, like, fit check, and you're just hoping that something, like, and then I'm just thinking, like, oh, my brother, he's probably watching this and just be like, what the fuck is he doing? And I know he's not. Like, he's supportive. But, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I really know what
It
you
really
mean.
feels like...
Yeah, it's like...
it feels like you're...
Yeah.
Oh, because Denzel Washington says something funny. Like, before you used to try and impress the person right in front of you, but now you're trying to impress the person right in front of you and 16 million people at the same time.
Yeah.
It's like, and I'm sure people would agree with me, like, when you go, I wonder what my grocery fit is. What the... It's like not being able to have an off day.
Yeah.
Or like, and that's fun, but that mentality, I find it so interesting.
Yeah. It is. And the thing you said about not being able to have an off day, it's very true, because it feels like you always have to be able to, like, be reached and be, like, be photographed and, like, be...
No, but you do.
Yeah, but
then
I don't think you always do, though.
No, but it
can feel that way. It depends on like, who you hang out with.
But there's times I'll be like, oh, I'm just gonna, I need to listen to myself, to take it easy.
Yeah.
And then I go wherever we're going, and someone takes that photo, and you're in the photo, like...
Yeah, but I mean, if you hang out with people, out with people, you have to think that you're like, I mean, out and about, you kind of have to be ready to... It's like I made a cappuccino yesterday, or like I stood by the coffee machine and you took a picture of me. It was a great picture. I loved it.
Yeah.
It looked great.
You did?
It looked very nice. But I didn't see you take the picture.
Right.
And if I didn't feel like I was in my essay then.
In your essence?
In my essay. I don't know.
Essence.
In my essence.
Sorry, I just didn't understand, so I was like...
No, you're just a...
Shut the fuck up. Shut up.
Like a right...
I can get Yosef in right now.
I could
What?
get...
Sorry, you waffling.
No, but if I didn't feel like I was in my essence...
Okay, Phil.
I would have hated that picture. Right. I would have hated that you took that picture.
Yeah.
And, I mean, we are in that sphere of, like, social media. So I love to feel like I look good and could be... If someone takes a picture, I'm alright with it.
Yeah.
But I get what you mean with, like, having to be always on, like, always ready to, you know.
Yeah.
But that's kind of what I don't like with social media, because then you're taken out of the situation. Like, you're like, it's a different perspective of...
You're in third person.
Yeah, of what's really happening.
Have you thought more about what we discussed 2 days ago with... Like, remember we were saying we're going to do some marketing at a time?
Yeah.
Because I feel like I'm trying to now, until I start marketing about my next release, I feel like I'm going to get a bit more low-key and try and get away from this, like, crazy...
Yeah.
And just stick with it, like we said, instead of this stress. Have you, like, where's the process?
Well, right now I'm not thinking about marketing for shit.
No.
Like, not at all. Because
But I'm talking, like, just the whole...
Well, I'm thinking of doing it just a way that feels natural to me. Like, I don't know yet how, but doing it some way that feels more natural.
Right.
This is more natural.
Yeah.
This does, but it's also like it feels like you have to... I set the bar up, like, this high all the time. Like, always got to do it so it looks the best it absolutely can. but then it doesn't, and I don't have the funds or the energy or the willingness to
Super
make it.
weird, yeah.
So I'd rather just, I don't know, put it out and landing where it does.
When you said that, it reminded me a lot of like people being like, "What? You're 21? You're so young. You've got the whole world ahead of you." And then people being like, "You're 21, bro. You don't have a TikTok." And there's always this double side. Either like people like, "You've got all the time in the world. Don't worry about your social media. Go to this vacation," and then the next day the person is gonna be like, "You need to be on your shit. You need to be. You should grind. You should be stressed out right now."
Yeah. Rise and grind.
No, but like, so there's this weird like double-sided thing. And sometimes I'm just thinking like, it just needs to be, the bare minimum is great. You're doing it. 1% better every day, right?
Yeah. Right now, those percents are not in music. It's just like doing something else. But I mean, I think that feeds into it.
Yeah. Same thing.
Yeah.
You can't turn it off.
No.
I'm tired now.
Yeah, so am I.
Yeah.
Should we guess what time it is? Like, you probably watched. You probably saw it.
You can guess.
I can guess. I guess it's like 9 minutes to 12.
Yeah.
Is it?
No.
What is it?
Like 12:20.
Fucking hell.
I think let's not do a late podcast again.
Maybe.
We were discussing about it. You look so done.
No,
you look so
I'm
done.
not done. I'm not done.
Can I show you how you look?
No,
right
I
now?
don't want to see. Fuck you. Every time someone says, "Can I just show you how you look?" You should never look. You should never look when you're in that space, because then it's like, I look like a scrunched up fucking scrotum or something. I feel like it.
You're always
don't on me. Fuck you.
But I'm thinking like, because if this is documentary,
yeah,
does that have to be like a resolving dramatic curve? This is the answer. This is or this
we
is
have
just
no
like
answers. I'm joking. No, but I get
because
you.
we just said we were going to do this when we feel like doing it.
Yeah, I liking running, because I've tried to be a runner for years. I've tried to be a runner because I really want to be a runner. You know,
Yeah,
like I
runners
really
are
want to
cool.
be like healthy and fit, and a runner, and
Yeah.
But I've never enjoyed it.
Right.
It's always felt like a hassle to do everything.
Right.
Even put on the shoes. It's like, what
Right.
shoe should I have? But I've found a way of like, this feels nice.
Cool.
Just doing it.
It's nice doing it.
Yeah, it's nice doing it, and it's so nice afterwards.
Right.
Like, I've never felt that before.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm kind of a little bit in love with running right now.
That's nice.
But I think I should ride that wave.
Yeah.
See how long I'm in love with running.
Yeah. That sounds great.
And you should support me.
I do.
Yeah.
Just
Stop
through
stop
like
the
laughing
mockery.
and stuff.
Stop the mockery.
No.
No.
All right. 30th of June.
No, it's the 31st. No, it's the 1st of July.
And you were like, you're leaving in such a long time. But it's still the 30th of June.
No.
This is where we differ.
Yeah.
Because for me, this is...
No, it's not the 30th.
30th. Sorry, can you pronounce it?
30 juni.
Yeah. Is this a Swedish podcast?
Nu är det.